So I first found out about Codefendants, like most people, from the press release in November, which then every media outlet regurgitated. But how long was it from launching Codefendants to actually telling the world about it?
Jeez, year and a half?
Yeah, about a year and a half.
And it was hard to sit on these songs.
I mean,
And are the songs coming out in the order that they're recorded?
Well, there's an album that came out. No. But I will tell
The
you
album
this.
wasn't the first thing that we heard. I believe Suckers is like the seventh thing that we heard as the general public. But which song, was recorded first from the batch?
I would probably say, Ceschi, we're going to do
Obsessed.
Obsessed was the first.
Abscess was the first song.
Yeah.
And when we were recording Obsessed, we all thought it was the best song. And we were like, what is our best song? The other songs aren't going to be as good as this. And as producer, I'm like, when every song is this good, that's when we have a record.
Yeah.
And we all just gave it our all until every song was as good as that song. And now it's not even the best song.
And I think that's a problem that you're going to have with anybody making an album, is that the last song you write is always going to be better than the first song you write, because you're going to be a better musician by that point. But it's you can't get demo. What do they call it?
Demoitis.
Therapies.
Demoitis, I think it's called.
Okay.
Or chlamydia of the cock.
Chlamydia is the gentleman's STD, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. There's a hierarchy. That's what I'm learning. So did you have the co-defendant's name when you did the first demo?
No.
No, the first song was a Get Dead song that Sam featured me on, basically.
Our original
That's
name
kinda
was
how that works.
The Other Weezer.
Yeah. I thought
Have
it
When choosing a name like co-defendants, half the people are going to put the hyphen in by accident. Does that offend you?
yes.
Fuck yes.
Fuck yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. Jesse, what do you know this?
Oh, you have the gavel there. Mike, we do see you wearing the robe in that music video. Was that your first time wearing the judge's robe?
Come on, sir.
Yeah. No, I have a pink judge's robe I usually wear. It's made of latex. It's got fur, comes with handcuffs.
And a pacifier.
Oh my God. Where did you find that? What is that doing in my desk drawer?
Here's my back pocket.
The prop comedy is just through the roof already. And
Not props,
got
man. This is the way of life, my friend.
So Mike, your bandmates here, how did you first meet each of them? And I want to hear some glowing anecdotal evidence.
First time I met Sam, he was sleeping in a park. Oh, that was the second time.
Second time. First time I had a black eye. Much like
Yeah. You had a black guy?
I had a black eye and a black eye.
Yeah. He was at a bar with a black guy and he had a black eye. So I skateboarded there.
Yes, he did. He pushes Mongo.
We shared a couple of pitchers of beer and I figured this is the biggest mistake of my life.
I think he was actively trying to do career suicides. He didn't understand I was a songbird of our generation.
You're a canary.
At best. In a fucking mine.
That's like a prison term.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Canary.
I'm not
If I had to go into a mine, I would bring Sam with me and make him go first.
Hold my pocket.
And your other bandmate, how did you first encounter him? Not in a park.
Sam introduced me. Ceschi came to my house and he played guitar and sang beautifully and played cool chords. And we were like playing songs for each other. And it was a beautiful moment.
Chesky's the cooler.
Yeah. And I never had someone with like button down shirts. I think they're polyester. He really has got that Italian Puerto Rican thing going on.
Fuck yeah, he does. And he does it well, baby.
You do it so well.
He's a big ass dog right there.
Well, Ceschi, is that recollection akin with how you remember things starting?
Yeah, I mean, it was Sam that really put it all together, but we were still pretty deep in pandemic, and I flew from Puerto Rico to LA, and one of the first places I ended up was Mike's house. I think I actually ended up at Mike's house. Yeah, we ended up just in the backyard, and we just I saw you there, met you there. I was with this dude Henri, and
we hit it off right away though.
Well, what was the
One thing,
common?
pitch an autograph? He was like totally stoked.
like Sam invited me to record Abscessed. It was like a demo at that point that he had gotten together, and we went to Baz the Frenchman's house and started just kind of recording it, writing on the spot, and along with a demo we did with my friend Tumex that hasn't come out yet, but I think it's going to come out. It's called Vegas.
Yeah.
But yeah, meeting Mike.
Ceschi, we were working on that song
today.
today. We're working on that song today, and it's your best fucking work, Ceschi.
I've been
It's
saying
a good verse.
It's so fucking good. And you know what I did? I put Sam first. And it's really
How's
good.
it sound?
It's so fucking good.
It sounds great, man. And I thought my shit on there was a little like lackluster anyway, so I'm glad that I don't have to be next to you. We were at a show here in Vegas about a month ago. Ceschi was doing, and Ceschi rocked the show. You know, he did a Ceschi set. And it was at the Plaza Hotel, and the guy after Ceschi, who's one of Ceschi's good friends, but a phenomenal lyricist in his own right, a great rapper, but stopped halfway through his second song and was just like, you know what?
Fuck this.
Fuck you, Ceschi. Because Ceschi murdered it. So, you know, he's an intimidating to have to fucking go after. You don't want that fucker opening for you. I can tell you that.
I have a question about that Plaza Hotel. So there's two venues inside that plaza. There's the showroom and then there's the bar. And the showroom, I've had the pleasure of seeing Pauly Shore and Chris Kattan at. Which
really,
venue
you had the pleasure of seeing Pauly Shore.
Yeah.
I went to high school with him.
It was at the
I had the pleasure of going to high school with him.
You went to high school with Pauly Shore?
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah, I did.
So
Beverly Hills, bitches.
So you, are you
how was
a big
the
fan of
week going?
Encino Man, or is that just hits too close to home?
Yeah.
Next
No
one.
comment. Well, which venue was that Plaza show in? Was it the theater or was it the front bar?
It's called the Sand Dollar.
Oh, so the front bar where John Popper played opening night, I remember reading. So you've shared the stage with John Popper.
Oh.
Don't you ever disrespect my man like the skinny John Popper.
And, Joey Cape's wife worked for John Popper. He had like 6 guns in his car at all times.
Are we talking about the guy from Blues Traveler?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
Fuck yeah, we are skippity dot dot doo 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 dot. Oh,
Yeah.
wait, no, again, that's Spin Doctors. My bad.
He had a cartoon too.
Well, fun fact.
Clues, I think.
Can we wait on this right now? Scatting. Yes or no?
Well, before you get there,
or like jazz.
Our people. No.
No.
you brought up people who went to high school together, and the singer Blues Traveler went to high school with the singer the Spin Doctors.
But they all were in a movie with Kevin Bacon.
I like that first song Spin Doctors did.
Mhm.
Hey man, you're an all-star.
Get your game on. Go play.
Different band, but same era, arguably. Well, hey, back to Codefendants. Are we going to see live shows in the near future from the full band?
We just got done with a full tour, our full first tour. We went all the way from San Francisco to St. Petersburg, Florida.
Why didn't I know about the New York show?
Because we didn't play fucking New York, bro.
Who plays New York?
Who
The
plays New York?
Sex Pistols didn't go to New York.
Do I look like I'm in the Strokes?
Yeah. Hey man, you're an all-star.
You're
Yeah,
good.
that's it.
Yeah.
So basically, every band is not liked by Codefendants, but that's okay.
No, we like all kind of band.
Oh, all kinds of band. If it's Crime Wave, we fuck with
All
it.
kinds of band.
I like the Strokes for the record.
I like their first record, which I think we could all agree that was their only good record.
A fun fact, the theme song to this show is done by a guy who plays guitar for the Strokes. Should I tell him what you think?
I know the dude. I went to the show in Vegas and it was really loud. I was bored and I was going down on my chick the whole time under her leather skirt.
I was there.
It was so much more fun.
I've seen it. You know,
Yeah.
I just actually watched that on this tour. I watched that semi-quasi Strokes documentary about me in the bathroom, which I mean, if we're talking about the topic, Why was it called Meet Me in the Bathroom? No, nobody did any drugs in the fucking bathroom. Ain't no goddamn sense. Secondly, hold on, this is on a little side.
They couldn't play that slow. If
Hey,
there's cocaine.
Sidebar, sidebar. Did you see that documentary? Is that
Yes.
the girl? No, I'm talking Ceschi. Is that girl in that band the one that's in the Aesop Rocks fucking group?
Yeah, it's Kimya Dawson from the Moby Peaches. I know her.
Yeah.
I've played shows with her.
She's awesome, man. I love her. Her shit's dope.
Yeah.
She's very talented songwriter. Shout
And
out
they're
to
back.
Kimya.
It's amazing that the Strokes made a really good record and have a career. Because if you're
That album's actually that album's amazing. Like I listened back.
no,
to it, I'm
hey,
like,
I just said that.
I hated on it when it came out.
No, it's good.
Now I'm like, it's like a classic rock album.
I'm just saying that is their best record by
I
far.
wouldn't even say that. I would.
Oh yeah.
But I'm saying, and do you
Say
think
classic
if you're a
rock.
band in New York, no one gets out of New York. Really, it's like because everyone's just partying. Oh my God, it's someone's birthday. I gotta go to Buca de Beppo.
Yes.
Whatever.
Oh, it's
And-
like living in this house.
So, and you know, practice spaces are expensive, and they're like in the basement. Like, what are you gonna do?
That first Strokes album was amazing, and it was. I wouldn't say it was classic rock album because that sounds like you're calling it Leonard Skinner. But I would say fucking a very.
No, but at this point, what I'm saying, it stands up with all that, with anything that's considered a classic rock. I mean, I don't know. It's like it's a very well written album. Very well written.
Incredible. I listened to it the other day.
Okay, fuck. We understand you have a boner for the fucking album.
Mike's wrong.
No, I like it too.
Okay, he likes.
You know
it.
what? And you know, they're like the best band since Oasis.
Mm.
Ooh.
Hey
It's-
now, you're a rock star.
You know, Wonderwall.
Oh,
Oh, Sally can wait. Drive Mustang.
Well,
Out of
speaking
Mustang.
of amazing artists, you guys brought out the D.O.C. in a really cool way. What was the connection to him? And that question, by the way, it's co-authored. It's partially for me and it's partially from a big fan of yours named JT Turret. And if you were ever in New York City, you know, around Madison Square Garden, he can probably take care of you in a good way.
MSG, huh?
Free hot dogs at Madison Square Garden.
It's possible. He's a runner and a production manager for a bunch of venues, but, you know, no effects die hard. So I think he'll help you out.
Okay. I said the question is, what's it?
how do we-
The D.O.C.
D.O.C.
How did that connection happen?
The D.O.C. was making his movie, his documentary, and the producer is a friend of mine, said, "Can we film it at your house?" All the interviews. So from this punk rock Jew who has never heard rap music before, just 2 records ever. I don't own any.
Really?
Suddenly there's like 20 rap stars at my house. You know,
Sir Jinx?
Sir Tone Loc, Exhibit. It was crazy. And I didn't know who anyone was. Exhibit looked familiar. And I knew Tone Loc from Funky Cold Medina. And,
Funky
the big
Cold
butt. I
Medina.
like big butts and I cannot lie.
That's the next
He's from Seattle, but yeah.
Anyway, and me and Doc got along really well. We did a song together and DJ Quick. And Doc is just he's a swell dude. He's smart, funny,
He's a unicorn.
charismatic, very tall.
Voice of an angel.
Yeah, and he heard Codefendants, and I go, "Yeah, you want to do something with us?" And fuck yeah, he fucking kills it in our band.
Yeah, absolutely he does. And we see him in the music video looking cool, of course. Was his verse as freestyle and one take as it sounds?
I don't know what that means. Like he wrote
And
it.
then okay, so we went to Dallas and recorded with him, and when he recorded the first part, he didn't finish the whole verse. He was like, "Oh, I gotta go back and fucking knock out the rest of it." He recorded the rest of it in LA, so we did that in 2 parts actually, and yeah, that was kind of interesting. I know the first part of it he wrote on the drive over to the studio because he said that in a different interview.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, okay, so it's gonna be cool. Like, don't be nervous or anything, and it's all gonna be cool. And he's like, "Dude, I know what I'm doing." Wait,
Don't you ever talk to Doc like that?
or get kicked out of a strip club. Let's not go there.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. But he's part of an interesting part of history where the movie Story Out of Compton didn't really talk about him, Arabian Prince, the guy who engineered the kind of stuff. Did you have fanboy questions about NWA at all for him?
Who?
He told us some crazy ass stories about the beginning of Death Row, and that was part of the reason. Like when they met, they actually like Mike and Doc recorded spoken word piece, which is amazing. Actually, what happened to that thing? Is that going to come out?
I don't know. I got a few rappers to tell me stories that are very vulnerable, and I put music behind it. And
Sal Williams did this 20 years ago.
either way, I don't know how interested they are in putting this information out.
That's the big thing about all this stuff is like the stories are great and it is vulnerable and it is good, but you can't release the shit.
Well, not DJ Quicks for sure.
Allegedly.
Okay, so I'm learning that you guys have a lot going on, not all of it that we, the public, are allowed to know about. But what can we know about with Codefendants?
We're about to go on a world tour with NoFX for their final shows. We
A one-state world tour.
a one-state world tour. We single-handedly did all the mortar at the Punk Rock Museum in Vegas. Me and Ceschi, we sat out there for days, just concrete work. We're working on new music right now.
Yeah, our second album will be done. I would say in 3 months.
We're going to Europe. We're going to UK.
Yeah, we're going to. The next shows are NoFX's San Diego show. We're doing a show in Arizona, and then we're flying to Barcelona. So,
Wow. Will we ever get a Codefendants beer the way that NoFX had one?
Not like the Get
No.
beer.
Will be maybe some XCP or
We're gonna do a Codefendants PCP.
we're getting our own nitrous tank.
It's gonna be called.
Yeah, let's do like a liquid acid kombucha.
Yeah.
Ah, GHB kombucha.
I like that for Sam.
Oh yeah. Hey, you know what?
Happy birthday, Sam.
Thank you, man. It's my birthday, by the way.
Wow, happy birthday. Well, on a brighter note, can I give you a free merch idea?
Yeah,
Gavels.
gavels.
Who the fuck was the guy with hit people?
Well, considering every time that you make a hot take, one of you gavels.
It's not a hot take.
Maybe
first of all.
maybe a hammer. We'll call it gavels so you can sell it.
I mean,
You know what? If you got killed by a gavel, it'd be embarrassing. But if we sold hammers and call it gavels, fucking guy hit him in the head. He got killed by a gavel. What a
if we put
puss.
Anvils are funny.
Anvils are always funny.
look at we. Put
Yeah,
a-
you get hit on the head by an anvil. That's a funny death.
Oh, we got a string on it.
We put the string on the gavel and we play a Chinese shit. Look at this. Somebody needs to pay me. Put me in a room, man. Think tank. I did
Or
this
Foam
right off-
fingers.
It's like an abacus.
You said the word hot take and I broke this thing. I was like, fuck you, bro.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
And the last question before I let you go now, Mike, you just gave me the amazing information that you went to high school with Pauly Shore. Were there any run-ins with David Lee Roth in those years?
No, he didn't go to Beverly. But Leaf Garrett, yeah. We lived in the same apartment complex when I was 5. He was 6.
6.
We used to, yeah, because he wasn't famous. He was just a kid.
Oh shit, that makes a good point.
Good hair, man. Good hair.
Always did he have great hair at 6?
Oh, no, he lost his hair at like 8.
And wasn't Leif Garrett one of the last people to hang out with Chris Farley?
Yeah, he's the one that gave him the back coat.
Did you ever meet Chris
Bad
Farley?
Coke. Am I right?
Why is that a punk band name?
Bad Coke.
Bad Coke. Not Bad Cop, Bad Cop, Bad Coke, Bad Coke. It's an all-boy cover. It's an all-boy cover band that does Bad Cop songs, but makes it pro man.
Bad Coke is a good name.
Bad Coke.
All right, Stacy.
Good heroin.
Calling her. Get Stacy on the line.
Well, you guys are a delight on every level, and hopefully we do get a New York show in the near future. So please consider that one for me.
Well,
I think we've been banned from the state, but we'll try.
Well, thank you for the many years of great music, all of you, and looking forward to that next album, the next series of demos, etc.
Thank you.
Thank you for taking the time to do the interview. We appreciate it.
Yeah, have a lovely day too.
Yes,
My
sir.
pleasure.
Appreciate it. Thank
Best of luck to you all. Take care.
Thank you.
Paltrocast.